While say Swagger did not have a knife. Officers at the scene of the dispute were led to believe they're known for spreading to and eliminating entire barley, milo, and fescue fields.
If they haven't been controlled at that point, they will mass migrate into other fields. And we've already seen some of that migration taking place.
Farmers will continue crop dusting their fields throughout this weekend.
The canvassing is continuing. This is the second day city workers are going door to door to make sure residents are complying with current pet laws. The action stems from the general public who reportedly wants stricter pet control in their city.
Check, first of all, to see if they have pets, and then if they do have pets, we try to find out if they're taking care of their animals, by checking their license, make sure that they have had their vaccines, and that they've been licensed with the city.
Workers are reminding residents that 4 animals are limited to each household. Fines may occur if residents are not in accordance with the law.
And still to come tonight on KSN, you've all heard the joke, what's black and white with a cherry on top.
Well, this weekend, it's not a joke. We'll tell you why right after this.
Truck inventory, we've got truck inventory. We do a huge truck business. Why? Because we have the selection. Come drive the new Dodge Dakota. You'll love it. Prices starting at $87.88. And selection, how about the Dodge Cummins Diesel, a truck built to do the job. We have over 30 in stock, including 4x4s and club cabs. We promised in 1992 to make it easy for you to buy a new truck. So come to Cheek Motors in Miami, where you too can discover the Cheek Advantage.
America's doing the Blue Bunny Hop for New Candy Bar World. People are hopping about the new feature flavor ice cream from Wells Blue Bunny. Snickers candy bar pieces and rich caramel revel in Snickers flavored ice cream. Hop right out and pick some up today, because when it's gone, it's gone.
Wells Blue Bunny, the flavor of the heartland, because it tastes so good.
As if drinking Pepsi wasn't rewarding enough, now they have a Gotta Have It card.
You ever had a Pepsi, Cindy?
It gets you great deals on everything from Reebok shoes to Norwegian Cruise Line.
More food, Cindy?
But what really impressed me about this card was the incredible attention and courtesy people show you.
A towel, Cindy?
Hey, Cindy, would you like to steer the ship again?
We got to get one of those cards.
Get your free Pepsi Gotta Have It card in specially marked multi-packs of Pepsi products.
When you travel, call us.
You know the buying power of an international chain can save you money. Now save when you travel. Travel Network is an international chain of full-service travel agents serving the 4 states with global buying power for the most competitive fares available. Call for professional travel planning, 1-800-798-TRIP. Come on, 4 states. Discover why people across the nation are calling Travel Network the place to go before you go anyplace.
A school district in southeast Kansas is trying extra hard to bring handicapped and disabled students to its classrooms. Now, although mainstreaming these students has been a recent goal in most schools, in Girard, they're making special efforts. KSN's Mike Hooker has more.
When Jennifer Herman started classes at Girard Middle School this year, things began to change. The hearing-impaired student no longer had to travel from Girard to Parsons for classes.
I made a lot of friends here. Sometimes I spend the night on the weekends with my friends. I never did that in Parsons before.
As soon as I found out she was coming, I went home and I have a book of sign language and I tried to learn my name and how to tell her, that I want to be friends.
Teachers began studying sign language on their own time.
Or you can say where, home, or where.
Now they can help Jennifer without an interpreter.
This allowed her to attend the ball games, both football and basketball. And you had to be able to tell her what she needed to do.
So I was real proud of them because the teachers, they did this free. They donated their time, and they take a lot of time to practice.
Teachers and administrators here hope students from outside Girard will choose to come here. Next year, 5 students with learning disabilities will join the regular 6th grade classes. This is also an early training ground for guide dogs. Crews here will eventually guide the blind.
It helps me, and it also helps the dog, because this is his first time being around this many people at one time, and he's very calm. I was real surprised.
Of course, students also learn to appreciate guide dogs and better understand people overcoming handicaps. All part of an exciting program that's helped Jennifer Herman be accepted as one of the gang. In Girard, Mike Hooker, KSN Newscenter.
Well, Johnny Carson isn't the only person retiring tonight. So is a four-state educator. Principal Ron Howard of Cecil Floyd Elementary in Joplin is wrapping up a 34-year career in the Joplin R8 district. Howard says the faculty and students are what he's going to miss the most.
Well, I think always the people in our business love the children, and there's no reason that we are in the business except for the boys and girls. And you look and you watch them when they're little and they grow up, and then you meet them in the store when they're adults, and it's a great feeling.
Howard says the only thing on his agenda now is relaxation.
Area law enforcement personnel are gearing up for Memorial Day travelers. And as KSN's Tyler Bargen reports, they'll be cracking the whip on drunk drivers.
Lawmen across the Show Me State say they're going to play hardball with drunk drivers this Memorial Day weekend.
We're going to concentrate on drunk drivers. We've got almost all of the people available on duty. We're going to try to have everyone out working the roads and try to have as many troopers on the highway as we can.
13 people were killed on Missouri's roads and highways last year during the Memorial Day weekend. And Sergeant Cooper said some of those deaths could have been prevented if the people had a seatbelt on. Cooper says having a lot of troopers on the highways deters people from speeding and drinking and driving. One objective this holiday is to remind people to buckle up.
We're going to be enforcing the seatbelt law this year, too, more stringently than we have before, and trying to keep people to buckle up.
Not only are travelers going to see a lot of troopers on the roads, they're also going to see higher gas prices. The average price of self-serve unleaded jumped from 93 cents on April 1st to just over $1 on May 13th. In Joplin, Tyler Bargen, KSN Newscenter.
And happy to say some pretty nice traveling weather this weekend.
Looks fairly warm, but we're going to see some winds out of the north, which is a little strange for Memorial Day. We'll talk about that.
Okay, we'll take a look at the Memorial Day forecast and give away TV right after this.
With Pontiacs, get real deals on Grand Am. The foreign competition is slipping.
Now, your hometown Pontiac dealers bring you get real deals on Bonneville SE.
Nearly $2,900 less than Maxima.
$4,600 less than Cressida.
Plus, you get Bonneville's standard driver's side airbag.
But we're not stopping there.
Get 4.8% financing for up to 48 months on your choice of new Bonnevilles now.
During Pontiacs,
get real deal.
At Griffith, Hendren, Kesner, Spradley, Malone, Rance, Shepherd, Team, and Roper Pontiac, your hometown Pontiac dealers.
One of the true signs of a real man is getting the proper response. Pep! From my best friend, perfect obedience. For my beautiful lawn, the total reliability of my trustworthy snapper. And with the fairest sex. Carol, darling, do you suppose we... No, didn't think so. Snapper, anything less just won't cut it. See the professional snapper dealer near you.
Pizzas, try the Meat Buster, Cheese Buster, don't forget Supreme Buster, Pepperoni Buster, only $5.99. Original crust in the medium size, and 2 at a time, but for $9.99. Have you heard the news? Nothing competes with Mazzio's new Price Buster Pizza.
A fire's a fire, a grill's a grill. What makes that what you do when you barbecue, you gotta maul it.
Pour that sauce on.
Come on and maul it.
Sizzle that flavor in.
And when you maul it,
watch them all go wild.
Maul it.
Next time, don't just baste your barbecue. Do the one thing that's sure to make it a great barbecue.
Maul it.
Well, as you know by now, this is Johnny Carson's last night as host of The Tonight Show, and you thought, and the boss thought, we'd give away a little TV away tonight.
Oh, I almost forgot the name.
Pull that magic number out.
Yeah, we had the boss reach in, and we're going to call a name out here, and whoever's name we call has 16 minutes to call the number on the screen and give us your Viewers Club card number, and that's how we know we have the right person. The name the boss pulled out, I didn't do this one tonight. Jerry Oxford has an Neosho, Missouri mailing address. Jerry Oxford, and he has 16 minutes to call 781-3881. Give us his Viewers Club card and the TV.
He can have that.
Well, it's going to be kind of mild. Temperatures may drop a little bit, but it's going to be nice.
North
no
wind?
big problem.
It's going to make the water cool this weekend if you're out water skiing.
Winds out of the north, yeah, but we don't have north winds yet. Right now, our winds, let's take a look at current conditions. There they are. Westerly winds at 6. Our temperature is 71. Humidity is 76%, and barometric pressure is rising. We'll show you some nice temps from this afternoon. Miami, the warm spot with 83. Early morning lows weren't all that bad. Joplin Airport had 64. Pittsburgh Weather Station had 65. The national radar, a couple of heavy thunderstorms in the past 2 or 3 hours. If you see the little, on your color screen, the little red and yellow dots out here in the corner of New Mexico, that's about Pecos, Texas. 2 separate tornadoes touched down briefly this evening in some isolated areas, and then one also across the state line there in New Mexico. The rest of the nation, the lower 48, getting some moderate rainfall and thunderstorms from time to time, and some summertime temps. On the map, we have some record highs back east. They have had a beautiful week. One day after the other of sunshine, it looked good. Jackson, Kentucky had a record high of 85. And New York even set a record with 94. The 85s from Connecticut and the 90 from Portland, Maine this afternoon. Out west, it was a little cooler, even Central America. Behind that front, the air is cooler and certainly drier. 52 in Cheyenne behind the front as it slid into the corner of Kansas. Now ahead of it, a ton of mid and upper 80s, so you can see a little bit of difference right there. But tomorrow the front will get through the 4 states with the exception of northwest Arkansas. 83 on one side and 70 behind it, and maybe some occasional showers developing along it, then real big-time thunderstorms when it moves on south into parts of Louisiana and Arkansas. 69 in western Kansas was the high. 84 in Tulsa and Little Rock and Springfield, so you can see that air about mid-afternoon. By the time it would have started heating up in western Kansas, then the cooler, drier air slid in. They had some north winds by right after lunch. Up to the minute in the 4 states, temperatures running real close. It looks like Neosho has 76, the warm spot. Grove has 75, and then a lot of low 70s in the 4 states. We'll do the weekend forecast after this from the attic.
It's the Attic's gigantic spring sales event and your best time to take advantage of our huge new inventory of spring and summer merchandise. We're stocked wall to wall with our best selection ever of ladies' dresses, sportswear, casual wear, and jewelry. We've got the finest selection of Dooney & Burke handbags in the area, and there'll never be a better time than now to dress up your wardrobe. So hurry into the Attic during our gigantic spring sales event.
At the Attic, 2722 Lane.
The Arkansas forecast, partly cloudy, mild, 62 tonight. Cloudy in Arkansas, but tomorrow the chance of rain 50% and a high of 78 degrees. Northeast Oklahoma's forecast, a 40% chance of showers and or rain tonight and again tomorrow. A low of 62 in Oklahoma and a high of 77. Check the winds. The fine print might catch you tomorrow. Winds out of the north and northeast. Matter of fact, in southeast Kansas, we could have some 20-mile-an-hour winds out of the north, a high of 74 in southeast Kansas tomorrow. Southwest Missouri's forecast, about the same thing. Eventually winds out of the northwest and a high of 77. Normal high for this week's about 74, so even if it cools off with north winds, we'll be a little bit above normal. Our extended forecast Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday looks like a chance of showers from time to time. It's just going to be kind of a hit-and-miss spotted type thing. Lows in the mid to lower 50s, afternoon highs in the low to the mid-70s, and then warming back up by about Tuesday. Our KSN McDonald's Color of the Weather winner for the 10 o'clock news is Beth Simpson. Beth is 6. I'll bet she lives in Crawford County because she goes to George Nettles Elementary in Pittsburgh. A little rainbow right there. That's the way it looks. That's 73, you know, and I said this is 6. Normal, perfect temperature supposed to be 72. If we get 73 over the weekend for highs, we can live with that.
I'll take
Good
that.
picnic
Yeah,
weather.
everybody will. All right, thanks, Ken. Just ahead, sports and Jim Odie.
Okay, we'll be right back.
We're a young family on a budget, and we needed a car that's going to last. Well, Corolla's famous for low maintenance, and even if something did go wrong, Toyota warranties are so extensive, practically everything is covered. And our Toyota dealer had so many financing options that we got a great low payment. A really big plus is that when we want to buy a Camry, our Corolla will still be worth good money because it's #1 in resale value in its class. Isn't that great? Toyota. It's a lot of car for the money.
Hollywood's just around the corner at Video West and East. Thousands of choices are waiting here for you. Adventure, excitement, and comedy too. Take your family home to the movies. What are you waiting for? Get ready for the show. Video West and East. Take your family home to the movies.
This may look like an ordinary egg, but nene au contraire. This egg was purchased at Consumers. You know what that means. Allow me to demonstrate the promise. Oops. If you're unhappy with anything you buy at Consumers, they'll replace it. No questions asked. And Consumers never breaks their promise. See what I mean? Consumers. You just can't go wrong. Promise.
At Griffith in the O-Show, it's the 10-day used car clearance sale. Every used car price is reduced. All clearance prices are clearly marked. The folks at Griffith know their used cars, and they know where they've been. They have a great selection of late-model GM program cars, luxury cars, family cars, cars as low as $2,500. Over 150 used cars and trucks, and they're gonna sell them. Price is good through Saturday, May 30th only, so go with Griffith.
Cards just can't seem to gain any ground, can they?
No, they've been riddled by injuries all season long. They finally get a player back off the disabled list, and no sooner do they do that than they have to.
Well, that's a good trade,
to put one back on. Well, yeah, they could use both Andres Galarraga and Pedro Guerrero in the lineup, but now tonight they have to settle for just one of the two. Hi, everybody. After having missed quarter of the season, the Big Cat is back on the prowl in St. Louis. Andres Galarraga was taken off the 15-day disabled list today. Galarraga broke a bone in his wrist after being hit by a pitch in the second game of the season. Pedro Guerrero was placed on the DL to make room for Galarraga. Cards at home tonight against the Astros. Rain delay of 75 minutes, and Jose De Leon left the fans praying for a rain out. First inning, Eric Anthony spots his mates with a 2-run lead into the corner. Astros out in front early, and this one could have been worse if it wasn't for the defense of Luis Alicea. Fine diving stop to rob Ken Caminetti of a hit. Second inning, though, the Astros back to work. Craig Biggio, the high chopper, past third. Astros in business, leading 3-zip. And on the board, that's where they stand in the third. Houston leading 3-0. Elsewhere tonight, Philadelphia over Cincinnati. John Kruk had a 2-run homer. Philippe Alou wins his first game as a manager of the Expos. Montreal beating Atlanta 7-1. Pittsburgh and Los Angeles are just underway. The Pirates coming into tonight's action just a half game up on St. Louis. Two other games are just underway out west. Let's go to Arlington, Texas. Glove night at the Yard. KC up 1-0, but Mark Gubaza couldn't hold it. Kevin Reimers with the bases full erased KC's lead, and then some. Gubaza continued to struggle. Rafael Palmeiro at the plate with the rope into the corner for extra bases, and it would give Texas a 3-1 lead as Mark Gubaza, the pitcher of the month last month, struggling down 3-1. The Royals did get one back with Mike McFarland second in as many nights, fifth on the year, a solo job, 3-2 Rangers, but on the board they've turned it on. They now lead 7-2. They are in the sixth. Elsewhere, Dave Stewart beat Boston for the 12th straight time. Wade Boggs 2 long ones in a losing cause for the Sox. Jays hit 4 homers to give Juan Guzman his 6th win without a loss. 6-2 Toronto over Chicago. Ben McDonald picked up the win for the Orioles, 5-3 over California. Detroit got a home run from Cecil Fielder, 2 others from Rob Deere to beat Minnesota by 3. Milwaukee, New York tied up at 9s in the 8th. Kevin Seitzer's double in the 8th tied it for Milwaukee. And Cleveland and Seattle are scoreless and just underway. In basketball, after 2 losses on the road, the Utah Jazz were glad to be coming home to the Delta Center, where they lost only 4 games this past season. The Jazz needing both games at home to pull even with the Portland Trail Blazers in their best-of-7 Western Conference Championship Series. Didn't look like it would happen early as the Blazers ran their way to the lead. Clyde Drexler leading the break there, then Cliff Robinson shows his speed. Blazers were up 8 at the break. Back came Utah. Home court fans cheering them on. Jeff Malone, a little running jumper on the lane, and on the board tonight, Utah wins at 97-89. They now trail 2 games to 1. Karl Malone leading the scorers tonight with 39. Game 4 set for Sunday.
Not bad. Ought to be a good one. Okay, thanks, Tim. And we come back. Could this be the most popular night yet for Johnny Carson?
Okay, we'll find out. Stay tuned.
Ford trucks are #1 for the 6th year in a row, and to say thanks, your Ford dealers are giving you Truck Month. This is the last week, so you only have until May 30th to save on every truck in stock. Save on the most problem-free full-size pickup in America, Ford F-150. During Truck Month, pay just $10,877, or choose the best-selling Ford Ranger, loaded with all this and Truck Month priced at only $90.85. But it all ends Saturday, May 30th, so hurry to your Ford dealer.
San Francisco's famous for 3 things: cable cars, the Golden Gate Bridge, and that delicious sourdough bread. The secret to Hardee's new Frisco Burger.
Introducing Hardee's Frisco Burger. Grilled sourdough bread topped with a thick Hardee's quarter-pound burger, melted Swiss, sizzling bacon, and sliced tomatoes.
If you want the best of San Francisco, get a Frisco Burger at Hardee's.
Are you ready for some real food? Hardee's.
And don't forget Hardee's new Frisco breakfast sandwich.
Don't miss it. It's Montgomery Ward's lowest prices of the season sale. We not only lowered our prices, we're giving instant discounts of $20 to $150 on top of that.
You can't miss it.
Lowest prices store-wide. Laser 386 computer with monitor, $899.
You can't miss it. All the leading brands: Sony, Panasonic, IBM, Maytag.
GE refrigerator, $348. Lazy Boy recliner, $299. Montgomery Ward lowest prices of the season sale plus instant discounts.
Randy's wants you to come on over and try our all-you-can-eat special for the low price of only $3.99. All you can eat of Grandy's juicy, taste-tempting chicken, and all you can eat of Grandy's famous country steaks, served with all you can eat vegetables and rolls for only $3.99. So come on over. It's a deal you'll want over and over and over and over.
Grandy's cooks.
Grandy's all-you-can-eat country steak or chicken dinners, now only $3.99.
It's the Memorial Day celebration going on now at your 4-state Chevy Geo dealers. Save on Chevy S10 pickups with a greater maximum payload than Ford Ranger. Some S10s are priced as low as $149 a month. And save over $2,700 on America's favorite half-ton pickup, Chevy Full Size. You can find America's hardest working trucks with Memorial Day celebration savings at your 4-state Chevy Geo dealer.
After entertaining audiences for nearly 30 years, Johnny Carson is calling it quits. Tonight, KSN Sunday Drenny caught up with some people on the departure of one of late-night TV's most prolific talk show hosts.
Are you glad to see Johnny Carson leaving?
No.
How come?
Well, he's just been on there so long, and it's, you know, everybody come to relate to the Carson show as, you know, Johnny Carson. And
watched it a long time ago, but I haven't really watched him that much lately. I don't know, he's been around a long time. He's kind of funny.
I'm going to be glad he's off the air. How come? Because he just takes up time, and it's not funny, it's boring. What do you think of Jay Leno?
Jay Leno? I don't really have an opinion that much of him because I don't know much about him.
Do you know who Johnny Carson is? Bill?
I enjoy him, and I don't think anyone can fill his shoes.
I think as long as he gets a retired paycheck, he'll be all right.
Just tell you the truth, everybody's going to miss him.
Well, many four-staters are tuning in to Carson's last hurrah. Some of you are at home, others out and about, including KSN's Vince Erickson, who's joining us from a popular spot.
Sure, thank you very much. As you can tell, we have a rather enthusiastic crowd back here looking for Johnny's last hurrah. Now, many of us were just like a twinkle in our daddy's eye when Johnny first went on 30 years ago, but we're going to talk to some folks here and see what they think about Johnny's last hurrah. Can I get your names, please?
Debbie Glassman.
Okay, where are you from?
Miami,
You're
Oklahoma.
from Miami. Your name, sir?
Dave Lewis, Miami, Oklahoma.
Okay, we got a couple of Miami, some Okies down here. What do you guys, just Johnny's last hurrah, are you going to miss him?
Well, no, we're going to watch it here.
Okay, well, for his last time, but what about after tonight?
Yeah, we're really going to miss him. I think Jay Leno will probably do a good job.
Okay. Debbie, what do you feel about Johnny's last hurrah?
I grew up on it. I hate to see it end. Yeah. But he deserves retirement just like everybody else does.
Well, do you think it's going to be pretty much, Jay Leno's had some time.
It'll be a lot different.
Yeah, Jay's had a lot of time to, to fill in and get really a good feel for it. Do you think he'll carry it on?
I hope so.
Okay, well, that's good. That's the feeling from the 4 states here right now. Stay tuned for Johnny's last show, and whether you're out here having fun or you're at home, enjoy Johnny's last show. Now back to the news center and Sherry and Jim.
Okay, and when we come back, we do have a special treat. We will talk to Johnny's predecessor right after this.
So you're out of school, you have a job, and you need some transportation. Well, something self-propelled, something you can afford, but you don't want a woofer. You want a Dodge Shadow ES. It looks great. Man, it's got a whole lot of stuff. Yes! And with $1,000 cash back, this coupe's only $98.78. Dodge Shadow ES, with or without a top. See your nearest Dodge dealer today.
Now, Sonic's most exciting triple feature yet. The burger to end all burgers. Double meat, double cheese, it's colossal. What's
next?
A medium Coke classic to conquer any thirst. Stupendous. Finally, a golden extravaganza of fries.
What a production.
Sonic's triple feature. You can see all 3 at Sonic for only $3.29.
$3.29? No place hot like Sonic.
Tomorrow only, from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m., it's Wesco's half-price super sale. Save 50% on a select group of sofas, recliners, tables, lamps, dinettes, bedroom furniture, and name-brand bedding, including famous Sealy Posturepedic. All 14 Wesco stores will tag most furniture, except for some already deeply discounted clearance items, with special half-price tags showing the regular retail price less 50%. Tomorrow only, from 9 a.m. till 5 p.m., Wesco's half-price super sale.
Now through Monday, Carpetland USA gives you more during our mega holiday sale. Everything's on sale, everything. Featuring every DuPont Stainmaster carpet certified and warranted by DuPont. Plus, pad and labor's no extra charge. Financing's free. Take till November to pay. And play our holiday reward sweepstakes. Win 5 to 25% more off the sale price. Even a Dodge minivan. Everyone's a winner. Carpetland USA gives you more during our mega holiday sale through Monday.
I've been working for 3 years, and I'm buying my first car. You think I'm excited? I've been dreaming about this day ever since I started driving. So, first priority is dependability and low maintenance. And that's easy, Toyota. And Toyota has so many choices in my price range. With interest rates so low, my payment will be a breeze. And I am going to need some new outfits to go with my new car. Toyota, it's a lot of car for the money.
In just a few moments, Johnny Carson takes the stage for the last time as host of The Tonight Show. Next Monday, Jay Leno becomes only the 4th permanent host in the show's 38-year history. Well, tonight I conclude a conversation I had earlier with Leno about what to expect come Monday.
By Jay Leno.
Oh, this is from the Sears Young Men's Shop.
No, this is from the J.C. Penney Lee Majors thing. Remember Lee Majors had his own
Did he have Lee Majors?
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Branford Marcellus is an accomplished composer and musician. And since becoming the new musical director for The Tonight Show, he's written the show's new theme. And according to Leno, he's ready for the program's new format. Also joining you is bandleader Branford Marcellus. How is he going to adapt to all the changes, the wide variety of music that'll be performed on The Tonight Show?
Well, that's really why he got the job, because he's someone who's worked with everybody from Sting to Quincy Jones to the Grateful Dead, Stevie Wonder. He's pretty widely respected in the entertainment industry there, recording industry, and he can get us a lot of stars that might not normally do The Tonight Show.
I know you're one of the hardest working men in show business. business, and you have a great nightclub act. Are you going to be able to continue that act once you start hosting?
Well, not for the first few months, but I will continue to do Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and things like that. I just won't be on the road as much during the week because I'm doing the show every day.
What about your lifestyle? I know you like motorcycles and old cars and just like to kick back, but how's that going to change once you start hosting?
There'll just be more old cars and motorcycles. That's why I took this job. The pay is good. It doesn't bother. Nothing will change. Actually, I'll be home. I'll have more time. You know, when I'm on the road, I'm not anywhere near my house. You know, you spend 7-8 hours a day flying and traveling and cabs and whatnot. So this will be fun. This will be a chance to get home.
Let's look to the future and say the next 20 or 30 years. How would you like to be remembered after your stint on The Tonight Show?
How would I like to be remembered?
Right.
He died a wealthy man.
What about Johnny Carson? You ever going to have him come back and fill in for you?
Oh, I'd love to. That would be wonderful. He come back anytime he wants. That'd be great.
All right. Jay, once again, we want to thank you for being with us this morning. We wish you well and the best of luck.
Well, thanks, Jim. Thanks for having me on.
What a lucky guy. Gets to talk to Jay Leno. I'd say.
He rubs elbows with all the stars.
Doesn't he, though?
It's amazing.
I'm lucky. I sat next to him.
Next time we talk to you, we'll be down in Alabama with updates on the Lions' progress. They begin play at the Division II World Series Sunday at 1 o'clock. They take on Florida Tech, a team that comes in 28-21. So the Lions hoping to get off to a good start, keep things rolling on into the
wherever they're going. And this time tomorrow night you'll be there. Should be. Okay.
And of course, best of luck to the Lions. A lot of folks will be traveling this holiday weekend. It should be fairly nice.
It looks fairly mild, Jim. About normal afternoon highs there. For a while we were about 10 degrees above normal. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. Cloudy. There's about a 30% chance of showers. 8 a.m. should find temperatures in the low to mid 60s at the very minimum. Later on tomorrow, when those winds get around out of the north, we might be struggling to get out of the 70s. But hey, normal highs about 74. I think we're going to hit it right on the head.
Okay, thanks, Ken. Thanks very much. And once again, of course, we mentioned this is the last night for Johnny Carson. A lot of memories. It's the end of an era, and I know he's coming to my home and a lot of folks in the four states home for the past 30 years. So it's a sad moment in a way, but we hope you, like the rest of us here at KSN, will stay tuned now and watch The Last Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. Good night.
October 1st, 1962 is a day I'll always remember. I was 36 years old.